already started the look, I will just go ahead and tell you what I did. Now the first thing I did is I covered my eyebrows. Now I don't have a detailed video on how to do this because this is something that's also a little bit tricky for me, but if you don't know how to cover your eyebrows, there's several different methods that you can use, and actually there's a lot of people on YouTube who've done tutorials for that. I personally use this product by Kryolan, and this is the Cinewax, and I used to do the glue stick method, but since I bought this is definitely my favorite product to do this. I also use the washable spirit gum, and this is also by Kryolan. So these are the two main products that I use. I first apply this the spirit gum, and then I use a spatula. So these are like very specific products. I have the professional products for them now, but I've done it before without. And then what I did is I also applied the foundation, but I wanted it to be obviously very pale. So what I did is I mixed it with a white foundation. So this is one by MAC, and it's the airbrush formula, and you can get this at MAC Pro store. If you don't have access to this, or if you don't want to buy a new foundation, you could maybe just use like a white face powder or something. Sometimes you can get those at like clown or like costume supply stores in the clown makeup section. But I want to mention that if you have dark skin, like let's say you have very tan skin or black skin or whatever, that probably isn't going to work for you. So you can still do this vampire look. I just wouldn't try to pale down your skin. My skin is already fair, so it just works for me. But if you have like very dark skin, I would just completely skip that and just apply your regular foundation. So now I'm going to go ahead and start contouring. So I'm going to use two different products. I'm going to use this contouring powder by Ben Nye, and this is the contour number 1. And I'm also going to use this eyeshadow by MAC. And I'm first going to go ahead and just kind of go around the whole outside part of my face. Now you want to be sure that before you start contouring, you want to really set your foundation. So you really want to use like a powder so that your foundation is really dry, because if you don't do that, it can kind of make the product that you apply can kind of look streaky. I'm kind of just going around the hairline up here, and this is going to create one of those spooky shadows. And I'm also going to apply a little bit of that kind of right on my jawline. Now this is like the basics of contouring, so take a smaller brush and apply that just underneath my lips right here, and kind of run it down side of your nose. And then I'm going to take a matte blusher. This one's by Illamasqua and it's called Intrigue. Just going to highlight some areas of my face with that. So next I'm going to start working on the eyes. So I am using MAC Flammable Paint. This is a discontinued product. I'm just really happy I have it because it's awesome. If you don't have this, I would say to just use a clear colored eyeshadow base. This is just going to help me personally to make the colors that I'm going to apply appear much more vibrant. So I'm using a 217 brush, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my eyes. Alright, so I am going to show you how I got to this stage. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to first work on the crease. So I'm using this purple, like an aubergine, dark aubergine color, and I'm using this brush. So you want to start kind of just using the tip, and I'm going to follow my crease. Alright, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a black shadow, and this is Bulletproof by Sugar Pill, and I'm just going to redefine that, just kind of following that line that you made. A blending brush, and just start to blend that out, but you just want to blend it along the top. So, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to darken the area that's here along my eyebrow where I'm going to draw in an eyebrow. So I'm just going to darken that. I'm going to take this bright red eyeshadow, this is also by Ben Nye, onto my lid space. So that's the area that I left blank, or where I didn't apply much product. And just blend it down here. And this you can really blend. You don't need a lot of color, you just need to kind of blend that out very softly. And to take this darker purple color again that I used before, and just line the lower part. Blend that out a bit. I'm going to take a matte pink shadow, so I'm using this one. I think this one's by Ella Mesca. I'm going to apply this almost like as a highlight. So instead of using a white highlight or anything like that, I'm using pink, and this is going to also help to blend out the colors that you applied up here. So you can always go back, you know, if you feel like it needs a little bit more blending, just go back. So what I'm going to do is I'm applying now my fake brow. So I start where my natural brow would occur. So I'm going over that area, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend it outward so it kind of goes straight out. And now I'm going to apply the eyeliner as I've done on that side. So I'm using the MAC Black Track Gel Liner. And now for the very inner point, so I'm using MAC Feline, which is just a black, and I'm first going to apply it to my waterline and just going to blend that out a little bit. And I just forgot to film a step, so I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm applying glitter. I applied a little bit of a glitter glue beforehand. And I'm now dabbing a little bit of red cosmetic glitter. So now I'm going to glue on some false eyelashes. You want to place these as close as possible to your own lashes. And then you just want to give those a moment to dry. I already applied mascara before. I like to apply mascara before I apply my lashes, and then I use a lash curler to just kind of squeeze them together. So now I am going to go on to the lips. I'm using Velvetella Cream Stick Liner by MAC. Fill in my lips with this lipstick. This is Night Violet, so just a dark lipstick. And then I'm going to use that red eyeshadow that I used before. Alright, I put on my costume. Ooh, I can show you that in a second. But I'm not quite done because I want to apply some blood and of course put on these custom fangs. These are by the company Scarecrow. I think if I was dressing up as a vampire, I wouldn't wear these fangs. They look good, but they're so uncomfortable. To like mix this little paste. I can't even talk with these things in. They look cool. So then I applied some fake blood, and I'm using one by Kryolan, and this is a very good blood, I think. It looks very realistic. It is a little bit thick and it's just the right color. So that's actually it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it.
I am an angel of God, and this is the land of Oz.